Hey, what's up, Indian Hills? Coach Stacy here. I am so excited to bring you our online programming, or continue it if you've been following our online programming. So we may not have a place to work out, but we still have our community. So you guys log in every day. Let's get these workouts done together. All right? So I'm going to do things just a little bit differently. Some days I'm not going to go over the warm-up or the cash-out, but make sure you guys look on there, especially if they're just a basic warm-up and a basic cash-out that doesn't really need any explanation. That way I can give you more content on the actual workouts themselves. All right? So something else that I wanted to say in a lot of these workouts, especially for this week, if you have finally found a barbell or you're starting to acquire more equipment, feel free to use a barbell in any of these dumbbell movements that you can substitute a barbell for, and get that strength in with that barbell. If not, these workouts are going to be programmed for dumbbells this week, and we're going to progress as we move along and have some more time for people to acquire more equipment. All right, so let's get right into our full body strength today. So you're going to have 4 sets. Only want you to spend about 12 minutes on this. 3 different movements. I want you to not take a break through those movements. I'd like you to go from one movement to the next, and then take your break afterwards. So really try to go unbroken and really try to focus on the strength. If you have some heavier weight options, go for those heavier weighted options for the strength part of the workout. In the regular Metcon part of the workout, we want you to drop down, use a little bit lighter weight. But for the strength portion, let's focus on that actual strength. So the first movement we're going to do is hang squat cleans. Okay, a couple different ways you can do it. First of all, great movement to be able to do with the barbell. So if you're comfortable with that movement with the barbell, grab your barbell, grab your weights, 3 hang squat cleans. If not, we're going to pick up our dumbbells. I'm going to show you a couple different options. You're going to bring it in between the legs here, shrug it up, and then drop right into that full front squat. Okay? After that, if you can't do that one, it feels a little uncomfortable, you can take your dumbbells to the side, still get that dip, that big shrug, and then land in that full squat position as well. Now, if the squat position is just too much for you, or it's a little more complicated, let's go right into just some hang power cleans. So same thing, but now you're just landing in that dip position instead of the full squat. From here, we're going into 5 renegade rows. So you're going to take your dumbbells, you're going to get into that high plank position. You probably want to take your feet a little bit wider apart for the stability. Go down into a full push-up, come all the way up, and you're going to row, trying to keep your body as still and as tight as you can. That was 1 rep. So push up, row, 1 rep. From there, you're going to come back in, clean your weights back up, get into that thruster position. And we're going to do 7 thrusters. So my elbows are high, core's nice and tight, full front squat up into that release above the head. Okay, so 7 dumbbell thrusters. So like I said, try to move through these movements unbroken. Feel free to use a barbell if you have that barbell, and increase the weight as you can or your equipment allows. All right, now getting right into the workout of the day. Once again, another full body workout. We're going to do 4 sets of maximum reps, 1 minute at each movement, with a 1 minute rest after all the movements are complete. Now, for this goal is to go as quickly as you can and get as many reps in as you can. So we're going to go down to 1 dumbbell for this one. I'm going to just move my 1 dumbbell out of the way. And the first one we're going to be doing is 1 minute of a hang power clean. Now, a little bit different looking than what we've done before with 1. So we're going to grab the weight by the heads here, getting my feet in that nice jumping position. I'm going to get that nice dip and pull that shrug, and then drop underneath it with those fast elbows. So once I get into a rhythm, I can really get going on those reps. So I'm trying to go for as many reps as possible in that hang power position. Okay, after that, no dumbbells needed. We're gonna go into tuck up. So 1 minute of that tuck up. So you're starting into that hollow body position, bringing your knees all the way into that chest and back out. 1 minute of tuck ups. If that gets to be too hard, come up, grab your knees, open back up, grab your knees. Or if this is still something that's just a little too hard for you, let's just go into some sit-ups. Just as long as you're finding some type of movement that you can keep moving the entire time. From here, we're gonna come right back up and we're gonna go into those thrusters, but with one weight this time. So holding the weight by the heads again, elbows out nice and high, feet are in that squat position, full front squat up into that press above the head, reset. So now I can really get going on these thrusters. Make sure you lock out at the top, okay? Now, the last position, one of my least favorite movements, but it's so good for you, is the hollow hold. So 1 minute of that hollow hold. We're gonna get right back onto the ground, bring my body up, bring my arms and my legs, hands up by my ears, holding that core position nice and tight. This gets difficult for a lot of people, so I'm gonna give you an option here. When you are doing those hollow holds, if you cannot hold it, one of the options that you can do is bring your knees in, maybe even only one knee, bring your hands forward, your shoulders up in that tucked position, both knees if you have to, as long as you're bracing that core and staying in that hollowed position, okay? Now, we do have a finisher for you guys. It's a little more ab work. Check that out. Pretty basic, and have fun with this. All right, we'll see you guys Tuesday.